Brain fog.
Chapter 5.
Fade to black.
Hey,
Brand new
it's Hank!
cutscene. It's Mike.
Oh, Mike. Frank, whatever his name is.
Who's... you gotta...
Report. Time is almost up.
Krauser's is dead.
Really? Leon doesn't die easily. That's fine. We
he's
can use
so...
him to clean
for-
up Sadler for us. We'll
For
let
plot
Sam
convenience,
find us
Wesker
out.
is very
Neither one of them
flexible.
will
He also
manage to
doesn't
come
seem to
out
be
running
capable of expressing emotion.
Been done.
Of course not. He's a government agent that doesn't actually follow a government.
Don't forget who is running the show.
I don't even understand what that means.
See tomorrow. Our goal is
No, he can express emotion. He is quite perturbed.
deal with our plans.
Oh yeah, he's well no, he's not perturbed, he's like slightly miffed. Chapter
Hey, the
5 is
bike
the
pump!
final. Once again, our objective is to attain the sample. Except in Chapter 3, which we failed! This time, we can actually get it.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. I can finally get the bow gun! Yay!
Thank you.
And I can show you why it's so awesome.
Is that...
The bow gun is an explosive weapon,
Thank you.
which may come as a surprise, as if you haven't seen it before, you might assume it's just a recolor of Krauser's bow from the Mercenaries, because Krauser uses a bow that basically functions exactly the same as the bow gun, except that his bolts do not explode. The bow gun is the most powerful weapon in the game for single shots, when it is the ideal boss killer.
Come back.
But seeing how I've already bought everything as possible
Hold it,
from
you.
the merchant,
The scope is not actually. Oh,
what?
the scope does not directly attach onto your rifle.
Well, I think I forgot to attach it. I'm probably gonna do it at a later point. Oh, my head! You shot it! The fucking... Oh, crap. Oh, it actually... He was in the blast radius. Cool.
Yes, he was.
So while bowgun bolts, they do 16.6 damage on contact, and I believe that does not include the explosive damage. So you also do explosive damage in addition. But if you can also aim the bowgun at the ground at the enemy's feet, and the explosion will damage and knock them back.
Right. You know, because that's what explosions do. They, hurt.
Yeah, those pesky explosions. To be perfectly honest, I'm not a big fan of how powerful explosives are in this game. Hand grenades and rocket launcher shots, regardless of where the enemy is in proximity to the blast, is practically, if not definitely, an instant kill. Ow! All my health.
All of your health, even.
Yeah. Explosives are kind of overpowered in this game. I don't really care because I never use them. But this whole room, obviously Leon has already been through here, hence the helicopter sequence at the very beginning of this chapter. This is the ruins of Mike's drunken rampage through this part. There is there are two new environment sections in this chapter. Everything else, we've already seen before in Leon's campaign.
Okay.
Not you and I, Gerda, but, the player. Oh, okay, now I combine the rifle.
No, you don't.
Yes, I did.
You mean it still takes up an inventory slot even after the combination?
Oh, yes, of course.
That is stupid!
No, it's not stupid. It's the cost. It's the space that the item takes up is the cost of having the item in your inventory in the first place. That's how the inventory system in this game works.
You just blankly used a green herb when you had the conditions to make the full
Well, I didn't want to make a full restore. I also didn't want to use that yellow herb right away for some odd reason. Maybe I'm just extravagant like that, where I want to have the maximum item usage, so I feel like a king. In this section right here, you're trapped. You're trapped with these enemies who are dropping from the ceiling. There are a ton of plagas that sprout during this part. I believe they programmed it so that the probability of a plaga sprouting out is significantly higher than how it would be in the rest of the game. There are other sections in Resident Evil 4 that do that too. They're very challenging because you can't be in close proximity to those sight-swinging plagas. They do a lot of damage, and their range of effect is too large, especially when they do that one big swing with a goddamn razor scythe bone thing that is some kind of evolutionary adaptation of total bullcrap.
I'm totally fine with that kind of evolutionary adaptation.
Well, I don't know. It's maybe I just shouldn't question it.
It is, after all, a video game.
It is a video game, yes, where steel can be grown organically on human tissue. Okay, so after you're done killing all these guys,
Who scream like aliens.
Well, they are aliens.
No, the Plagas is not an alien.
A couple, like 4 years ago, I want to say, I had the GameCube version of this game. Me, my mom, my sister, and her boyfriend at the time, we were going up to Maine to visit my grandparents. So naturally, I brought the GameCube along so I'd have something to do along the way. When we got there, I actually set up Resident Evil 4 in my grandparents' living room. My grandfather was watching me play. And I love my grandfather that, like, he can look at something so, like, over-the-top horrifying like this. He saw the Plaga come out of the dude's neck, like the very first Plaga you're supposed to see in Leon's campaign. And he saw the thing happen, and he's like, what are they, aliens? Like, not even really emotionally shocked or horrified, but just like, what the hell is this? Yep, items. They are here.
You purchased the treasure map, so why aren't you actually showing it off?
Well, the treasure map doesn't show ordinary items, it shows treasures.
Ah.
It shows spinels. Actually, no, it doesn't show spinels. It only shows major treasures.
What?
Please. Yeah, it only shows
For
the
10K, that is useless.
It only shows the treasures that are worth, like, 10,000 gold or more apiece. Which I don't use the treasure map because I already know where all the treasures are. I bought the treasure map just to show, to demonstrate that you can buy all the items in separate ways and still have a fuck ton of money left over. I'm already past the 100,000 gold mark, and now I have nothing to spend it on. I've literally no function to the money except like a scorekeeper, which is retarded. I think the only legitimate way to keep score in any Resident Evil game is to track how much time it takes you to complete the game.
This is true.
Items, they're here, they're near, get used to it.
They're slick and quick and insincere, beware. Beware.
Beware.
Beware.
I like how they, as an added touch, because this entire room has already been all but ruined by Mike and his fucking rocket launcher blast. All of the doors that you see, that like the big metal doors, they kind of they struggle to open electronically. So like they kind of drag. In Leon's campaign, they didn't drag like that. I thought that was a nice.
Whoa! You
touch.
can get four of those.
Yeah, I could get 4, but fuck that. I want all 5. Rifle bullets are valuable. I still can't fit them. Fuck. I failed. Oh, I just decided to get rid of a hand grenade. Yeah, at this point, the only major boss remaining is Sadler himself, but you really don't want to use grenades against Sadler. You also don't really have much call to use grenades against anybody else, so you might as well just get rid of them. Seeing how you've already bought everything, you don't need the money, you need the inventory space, you're almost at the end of the game.
And those archers are still a pain in the ass, and you can't use the grenades on the archers because they're in rooftop areas where your weak little arms cannot throw them.
Hey JJ, how are you today? Ow, you shot me. I'm gonna shoot you now.
After I heal up, thank you for allowing me to heal up.
Oh man, I wanted his head to explode. Uh-oh. Quick, behind cover!
Well, here's a spot that you could use an incendiary.
I guess, if I felt like taking the chance that I might miss. If you recall those Gatling guns that Ada had to kill in Part 8,
Yep.
in the battleship part, JJ does the same amount of damage with his Gatling gun.
Well, yeah,
So-
he's carrying around the battleship Gatling gun.
Nah. Well, I mean, it's not as big, but the bullets are exactly the same. Just to drive home the point that these guys are pretty, like, physically strong. Especially JJ. JJ's tall. He's muscular. And if you look closely, his eye patch has the Los Illuminados insignia on it. There's one more switch that I need to hit in order to escape this part. I really hate this JJ placement. Because I might have had a miniature panic attack. That would have, like, made me have a brief moment of cardiac arrest. Waiting.
Now, can you use the rifle scope on the bowgun?
No. The rifle scope is only compatible with the semi-automatic rifle.
Damn.
You also can't use the same scope for either the bolt action or the semi-automatic. You have to get the one that corresponds with the gun you're using.
Okay.
I fucking hate JJ in this part. I can't see him. He also has just as good of accuracy as ever, and I can't use my bowgun on him because, god damn it, he's too far away and there's no cover. I can't approach him if there's no cover. But yes, that was the last enemy in this part. Also, normally in the campaign, JJ drops 15,000 gold. In this game, they reduced it to 4,000.
Sadness. But again,
Nah.
it's not needed.
Yeah, exactly. It take time to reload, of course.